the highest is dumb as hell because he don't know how to clear his own search history. Because I easily saw what he looks up, and if you see what I saw, what I saw him looking up, you would never look at him the same. Because the man is crazy. He looks up all types of nasty, freaking, funky shit, and you don't have. The gist is, don't worry about it, because he ain't a bit more smart enough to find out than nothing else. And this is my thing, Mr. Hey, we are back for another review of Tyler Perry's Ruthless, season 3, episode 9. Does the highest know? And this title is so aptly named because we're coming to know more and more that the highest don't know shit. You don't know a damn thing, at this point. And I say that because most of this episode, he was taking a nap, child. He was someone taking a nap, coming down off the LSD or whatever drug he was on that day. So he don't know nothing. So aptly titled is what the moral of that was. All right, so Daikon is asking Malcolm, like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean that Andrew is the third agent? And so Malcolm now Malcolm want to get tongue tied and be like, oh, I'm not saying nothing else until you give me a blanket, sir. You don't have leverage. You don't have leverage to ask for nothing at this point. You done told him all he needed to know. All they wanted to know was who the third agent was. You gave it right up. All they wanted to know was who the agent was, the planet agent was. You told them, so you don't have no leverage to get anything you want, stupido. So he's like, I'm not talking until I get a blanket. He's like, Lewis, throw that ass back in the freezer. He don't want to talk. Throw him back in the freezer. So he's like, all right, I'll talk. Just the thought of being back in that freezer just made him spill his guts. And again, FBI 101. If you gonna tell it all, or just hush, just die with the information. Duh. So he further confirms that, yeah, Andrew's the agent. We've been working with the State Department. He was planning here to get information. They know about everything: the trafficking, the cartel, the dead escapees, your plans for the kids. They know everything. They just, waiting on their time to kick in the door, basically, is what Malcolm's telling Daikon. And he claims, they know everything. I put the information out there. So do what you will to me, but whatever you're going to do, you better do it before they get here. Because he's still under the assumption that the cavalry is coming, much like Brian. Newsflash is not. Anyway, so he claims that Andrew is their worst agent ever, just trying to throw a little dig in there while you about to die. And that it really didn't matter because they can't win. He says it's all over, and he's just bragging. He still has this machismo as if he has leverage to ask for anything, to do anything. Like you are outnumbered at this point, Malcolm. You got to let it go. So he's trying to bargain. And he said, if you let us go out, I'll make sure that the FBI and the governor, everybody that's going to be kicking the door in, and go easy on you. And he claims, Daikon is looking like, okay, I hear what you're saying, but I am unmoved. And he tells him that no one knows that they're there, so they're going to come get them any moment. Daikon tells him that nobody knows you're here, so who's going to come get you? And Malcolm says, oh, well, yeah, somebody is, in between shivers, He's like, yeah, people are coming because I let our boss know that I was coming here. And Daikon says, yeah, he told you not to come, right? And Malcolm's looking like, yeah, how you know he told me not to come? Oh, because Mac, their boss that sent all of them out there on that assignment, is in cahoots with the Rakanushi as well. I don't know about how deeply involved, but I knew something wasn't right with him. Something wasn't sitting right since season 1 with Mr. Mac. But Mac is also on the payroll. So you got Mac, who is, I guess he's the FBI supervisor, whatever, head man in charge. You got the sheriff. You got cartel. You got a lot of people in the pocket. So it's gonna be hard to get out, scot-free. I hate to tell you, Malcolm, it ain't looking good for you. So he's looking like, man, damn, like Mac told me not to come. He working with them, so ain't nobody coming to get us. So as previously instructed, Lewis put his ass back in the cooler. So that was a dumbass hill to die on, in my opinion. That was a dumbass hill because you had the information. I feel like you did it to get back at Andrew because I think he was screwing Andrew's wife as well. Can't remember. It was one of them guys. So you should have just took that to your grave. You was already gonna die anyway. So Manny has whisked Zane away to that bus that Yancey or whatever his name was working on, and she's like, listen, get away from me, go ahead about your business, leave me alone. He still just wanna, be creepy, wanna be rapey about it, and she pulls out a shank. It's a knife, but I prefer to call it a shank. She she pulls out a shank and she tells him like, bruh, go ahead about your business, leave me alone. Just go ahead. And she's like, I tell the Heights if you don't leave me alone. And he's like, listen, if you tell the Heights I'm about to rape you again, then I'm gonna tell the Heights that you was back here feeding the escapees. You trying to feed Lacey and Oliver. And she's just not backing down. And so River comes sashaying up the stairs and he's like, what's going on? Now he gotta play he gotta put it like him and Zane aren't, co-conspirators. So he's like, what y'all doing in here? This don't look good. Do I need to tell the Heights? And he was like, and everybody's like, no, he's trying to rape me. No, she's trying to blackmail me. Like it was given very much elementary school, like, I'm gonna tell on you, no, I'm gonna tell on you, no, I'm gonna tell on you, I'm gonna tell on you. And everybody's like, okay. River's like, listen, cut the shit out. I'm not gonna tell the Heights, but what we need to do is leave each other alone. You go over there, break this shit up and leave everybody alone. So let's just forget about it, go our ways, and everybody agrees. In my opinion, I would have felt better in my spirit had you said shank to carve Manny up like a Thanksgiving turkey, but I ain't wrote the show. But if I was the writer, Mr. Perry, sir, Manny the bitch had to die. I'm sorry, he had to go. But won't let him live, I guess. So Manny leaves the bus and River reminds her, why you shouldn't have went back there in the first place, blah, blah, blah. You need to, suck it up, buttercup. Let's get it done. Moving right along. All right. So Lynn is waking up just dazed, high out of her mind, and confused. She seems to be under the impression that all of this is some elaborate dream, and she just want to go back to sleep so she can wake up and be back home, I guess, in the lap of luxury with Malcolm or wherever she want to be that's not here at this moment. And Brian is trying to tell her, like, listen, I'm trying to bring you up to speed. This ain't no joke. And then while we're here, did you come here with Malcolm? And she's like, since we're asking about Malcolm, yes. He asked me better. Whatever. Like, they're just going tit for tat, throwing blows. And I'm like, timing. Yet again, timing. You are 3 fingers short of a taco, right? I am high out of my goddamn mind. I don't even know where my clothes are, much less here to throw daggers at you. This ain't the time to be at odds. We need to be figuring out a way to get up out of here. So Brian tells her, after that was over, Brian's like, all right, fuck all that. Listen. It's the file on that table. I need you to get it together. I need you to get it. That's going to help us. But she's in and out of consciousness. She is in and out of freaking out, and she's not listening. So she just want to argue, chow, and she's just in there screaming, drawing attention. While Brian's trying to say, no, be quiet. We got to wait out if you listen to me. Of course, Lynn is hard-headed, and she's just not going to do it. She's just going to keep screaming as if they haven't already figured out that part of the fucking kidnapping situation. Scream all you want to. Anybody gonna hear you out here in the woods? Duh. Otherwise, why would you be locked in here? Fool. But I guess you high, so you don't know the better. I'm gonna chalk it up to that. All right. So Daquan tells Manny to go find Andrew and bring him to him. In the meantime, he's going in to see the Heights, but he's asleep. So he's gloating about Ruth being dragged through the camp earlier and wants to know what she did. And she tells him, hey, I brought lemonade to the sheriff while he was out there talking to him. He's like, well, what did you hear? And she tells him, I ain't hear nothing. I just walked up at a time I wasn't supposed to be there. So that's the long and the short of it. And he's like, yeah, you heard something, but don't play with me. And she's like, okay, do you want to wake the Heights up? You know how he is when you wake him up by his nap. So is that what you want to do? He's like, nah, I don't want to do that. What you do is when he wake up, tell him it's an emergency and I need to see him expeditiously. So that's the plan. All right. Marvin and Daquan are talking, and she claims that she needs one of his men to go to the store because she needs to execute this pregnancy test plan. And in the grand scheme of everything that's going on this camp, girl, the pregnancy test is the last thing anybody gives a damn about. But this is your mission. This is your mission today, so we're going to go through with it. So Daquan tells her, we got too much shit going on. We don't got time to be running down groceries or whatever else you need from the store. And she tells her, the Heights is going to be upset. I'll let you explain to him why he doesn't have what he needs because you don't want to go to the store, blah, 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 blah. And he tells her, just calm down, little mama. I'm going to send somebody when I get time. When I get to it, you'll get it. And so he's like, okay, whatever. So they exchange insults as they usually do. And she was like, listen. He's like, why do you think you're so important? Whatever they were saying. He was like, she claims she feels as if whatever she's doing, everything that she does is for the greater good of them all. and the highest. While Daikon's things that he does is self-serving. It's what I got from that. And she knows that Daikon doesn't like Ruth with the highest, because he don't like Ruth because Ruth had gotten his head and made him think he was in love. I mean, like I said, HBIC, she played the game, she played it well, she had a plan and she executed. So, they come in, come in close. Let me tell you, since you want to know. I got a plan. So Ruth, I don't believe that Ruth is pregnant, right? So I saw her in the shower the other day, and she should be showing by now. If we correlate, if we do the math, we backtrack like she said, she should be like the size of a cantaloupe. She should be showing, and her stomach is as flat as mine. And that kind of like, as flat as yours. Okay, girl, whatever you say. But I get somebody over there when we get time, but it won't be Andrew. So don't ask for him. But somebody's coming in here. Somebody gonna help you out. All right. So at this point, I'm assuming Marva is playing all the angles, because you got Daikon sending somebody to take you to the store. And you've already asked Zane to steal a pregnancy test for you. So I don't know which angle this pregnancy test gonna come from, because Joan is already working on a way around that. But if 2 pregnancy tests show up, one comes back positive, are you gonna run it back, or like what are we gonna do with that? I don't know. All right. So River and Ruth are talking, and he asks if she's okay. Not that he really gives a damn, and she is pissed because she done got slapped. She done got her ass beat off of a suggestion that he made for her to go try to eavesdrop on the highest and the sheriff. So she is upset with him. But guess what? They have yet another problem. River tells Ruth about Manny raping Zane, and again, I think River only cares because this could be a hitch in their plan. So they need Zane to be even killed. They don't need her going off the ledge just yet, because she is a part of the escape plan. So he wants Ruth to go talk to her again. He wants her to take charge on the issue because he knows that she can resolve it. She has a way to convince people to do things that they normally don't want to do. So she has that type of draw. She can convince Zane to calm down, or to at least get. Well, this is what I do from the conversation, to either calm down and let it go after they had that conversation on the bus with River and the other two, or get used to the concept of being raped is what I, wrap your head around. This shit is going to happen. This is just your role to play within the camp until we can get our plan off. That's what I think he's wanting Ruth to tell Zane, right? And so Ruth is like, first of all, stop giving me orders. Stop telling me what to do. You're not that girl. And she reminds him, hey, doesn't Highest rape you often and violently? Yeah. So have you taken charge? Because if your advice to Zane is to go take charge, take your own advice. So you haven't? Okay then. Yeah, I do when he's not coked out of his mind. Sir, he's always high out of his mind, so you're never in charge of the girls. So again, calm down. Let me do what I gotta do. And Ruth is like, okay, as a matter of fact, why do we even need Zane? Like, she's not an integral part of the plan. So why is she even here? And, Ruth tells her, like, she's been there from the beginning, because if you remember, Ruth came in on the escape plan later on. River and some other people had already been working on it. So she's been there from the beginning. And Ruth's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but if she gonna take herself out the running, that's good, because I don't want to split my money any further. And River tells us she don't even know about the money. As I suspected, I figured Snake Ass River has been working multiple plans. Like, I feel like everybody's in this one big plan, right? This big escape plan. But he has these little tiny alliances within the plan. Like, him and Joan has a plan. Him and Ruth has a plan. Him and Zane has a plan. And I don't really blame him. Because I feel like if I'm going to put my neck on the line to get up out of here, I won't plan A, B, C, D, E, and F. That way, if the money fall through, I got Ruth. She got the connects. Or Zane got the information. Like, somebody got something going on. I'm getting out of here one way or another. By hook or by crook, I'm getting up out this camp if it costs me my life. So I understand, River, but you got to be a little bit more player about it. That's all. So, she doesn't know about the money. And so Ruth just doesn't really trust that Zane is there. But she does bring them information, because people just talk around her because they think she's just quiet and demure and, not really a threat. So people just talk around her freely. So she relays that information back to them. And so she may or may not. She didn't confirm or deny. All right. So Oliver and Lacey. they're sitting in the air just looking so pitiful because they done got captured and their fate is sealed at this point. And so she just wishes they would hurry up and get it done. Just come in and take me out, do what you got to do. Don't drag the shit out. And Lacey, I agree. If you're gonna do what you got to do what you got to do. Don't drag the shit along. Just get it out the way. She said, they have nothing else to lose. So I guess at this point she's realized, like, okay, Brian said somebody was coming. They're not coming. I ain't heard nothing from Paula. She might have bled out. So I might be all out of chips. It's time to get up out of here. So she said, I don't think anybody's coming. So let's just do it our way. I want you to choke me to death, and I could just die in your arms, and I'll be free from all of this. Instead of being tortured and killed to death by the highest. I mean, reasonable plan. Kill somebody with your bare hands and watching the life seep out of him might be a little hard to do for Oliver, because Oliver is he's a little bit more plush than that. He ain't really rough like that. I don't think he can do it. So I doubt it. And he refuses, says he'll do everything he can other than that to make this easier for her. So now they've redirected and they think, okay, well, Zane just left here. She may be able to come back and help us. So let's just hold out a little bit of hope for Zane. And they said, it's like, okay, I'm going to give it a little bit more chance. But if she ain't back in an hour or whatever the timeline is that you want it to be, we got to get up out of here, because I'm sick of this shit. And Lacey, my girl, I'm sick of it too. I mean, because at this point, y'all don't have no more dialogue. Like, how many more times can we say I shoulda, coulda, woulda, I done got us in trouble? Make some shake, or just go ahead and lay down and just accept your fate. That's all. That's all I got to say on that one. All right. So Ruth and Marva are talking, and she asks if the highest is hungry, because he usually eats by now. And Marva asks her, why are you delaying his meals? And she's like, he's asleep. What do you want me to do? Wake him up to make him eat? He's asleep. He'll get it when he get up. Compliments her. Marva compliments Ruth on the baby glow. No, damn well that girl ain't a bit more pregnant than nothing. And tells her, you should have a baby bump by now, right? And she was like, no, I carried very small with my daughter, and then towards the end I just blew up, so that could be it. But I feel the baby moving. You don't feel shit in there moving, but yesterday's dinner. But girl, get your money, honey. So she asked her, do you miss Tally? And Marva asked Ruth, like, do you miss Tally? And she goes, no. And she's like, well, do you know that she's playing a role. No, she's a deserter. She deserves to be wherever she is. And Marva tells her, oh, okay, good, because she's dead. Excuse me, say what? Yeah, Tally is dead, claims that she committed suicide. And so now, Ruth is trying to keep her poker face on and not have a reaction to this information that older mother just gave her. But we know she's affected. That was her bestie. They came into this cult together. So to know that she's gone, she's definitely going to be affected. Hopefully not too affected that it fucks up the escape plan, but she's going to have a reaction about it, I'm sure. All right, so Marva finds Andrew in the kitchen, and she's looking like, what is you doing back here? He claims he has a headache and a fever, and she slaps on his forehead like, sir, you don't got no damn fever. What is you doing in here? And he says he took some aspirin for a headache, and then she gives him something else to take. And she won't tell him what it is. She's like, don't ask no questions, just take it. And when she goes to, put some water in the cup, he fakes her out and hides the pill. He did not take that shit. And we'll find out why in a little bit. But she asks him why he can't go to the store. Why Doc not letting you go to the store? Are you in trouble? And she's like, listen, I don't know what the problem is, but I don't want Doc mad with me. So I'm going to convince him to let you go to the store for me. Cool. And, because she don't want him mad again like he was the last time that Andrew went on a mission for the highest that Doc didn't know about. So, sure, whatever. Okay, Joan and Ruth are in the Heist's trailer. So Joan shows up to give the Heist a briefing on how the progress is going, moving and taking the money out the bank. And so they're talking. They know he's in the back getting dressed, so they're talking loud enough for him to hear what they're saying, so that he doesn't be tipped off that they planning some shit. So they know he's within earshot. And they're claiming, they're nothing compared to men. Ruth, you need to do what you have to do, not to disappoint the highest anymore and get in trouble like you did last time, etc., 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 blah, 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 bullshit. So he comes walking out the back and she's like, oh, I hope I didn't wake you. Joan with her demure presence. So she is there with an update. Two more banks of branches has confirmed that, they'll see him on Tuesday to take out sums of money, and that she needs to use the internet and his laptop to check for some other banks have responded, so we can do this big money grab that we need for our escape. By escape, twofold, by way of the highest and him getting everybody to escape to another location, but which is really Ruth and them taking that money and leaving all the ass right there. So, the highest is gonna go take a walk, and then they cut the shit show. Like, all right, girl, what's going on? Where the money at? What's going on? And Joan looks up, tells Ruth, we got some money coming in. We're good to go. And she tells her, while I was here last time, I looked up how to fake a pregnancy. And she's like, and Ruth was like, no, girl, why would you look that up on his laptop? Because he's gonna see it. We're gonna be found out. And Joan tells her, no, girl. The highest is dumb as hell because he don't know how to clear his own search history, because I easily saw what he looks up. And if you see what I saw him looking up, you would never look at him the same, because the man is crazy. He looks up all types of nasty, freaking, funky shit. And you don't have, the gist is, don't worry about it, because he ain't a bit more smart enough to find out than nothing else. And this is my thing. Mr. Co-leader, sir, I understand. We all don't specialize in everything. But I am of the school of, I like to learn a little bit about everything. I said that because for him to be so all-knowing and so high, he definitely has to delve out a lot of tasks to other people. You can't cook. You can't wash your ass. You can't erase your computer history. You can't go to the bank. Like, you dependent on too many other people in your network for you to be so almighty. I'm going to need you to know how to operate some of the shit by yourself. I don't know where that rank came from, but it was on my spirit. All right, so she tells Joan, like, Joan tells Ruth, don't worry about it, he's not smart enough. But what I did find is soda has some chemical in it that mimics a positive pregnancy test. I don't know if that's a real thing. That's what the lady said. I ain't bothered looking it up, so we're gonna go with it. She said, all you gotta do is dip it in some soda and we're gonna be good to go. And then Ruth is like, okay, all right, that could work. And she tells her, but you told Marva that we don't have the budget, so is she even gonna get a pregnancy test? And we found out that, yeah, she told Zane she gonna make Zane steal it for her. And shit, while she in there stealing, we're gonna have her steal some soda too, so we can go ahead and pass this test and keep moving right along. All right, so she tells Ruth, like, hey, and while I was talking to him, I tried to get him to let you come to the bank with us, because this is what Joan's talking to Ruth, and she's saying, I feel like he's gonna take the money, and I feel like he could take the money and run, because they're going to do large withdrawals, like I think 750K or so. So he could very well just take that money and move on to another city and just rebuild his followership. So I wanted to at least have somebody here with me to match with him in case we got to shut this shit down. So Joan knows. She was like, yeah, I want you to come, even though I know if it was you going to the bank, you would have taken the money and run if it were not for your daughter being here. Reasonable. You ain't hurt my feelings saying that if I was Ruth. But and she says, I want you there. I wanted you there with me in case we need to stop him. And Ruth reminds her, like, Joan, what the hell is you gonna do? You is not built like that. You are not built to stop this psychopath from walking away with this money if that is what he felt like doing. So you wouldn't have been able to stop him. And so she was like, you really not, you're not that girl. You're not that tough. And you were just like, the last time we had a major scare, you were about to off yourself. You not equipped to deal in this type of shit. And so Joan says, don't let the glasses and the demure demeanor fool you. She can get with it when she need to get with it. That's basically what Joan tells her, like, girl, don't let the cute face fool you. So it's some shit in Joan's past that'll really get you fucked up. I feel like it because I told y'all it's something a little bipolar about Joan. Like, it's something that switches when she get pissed off, and it's something in there. It's something to that. She probably not lying. So while they're sitting there talking, 2 more banks confirmed for a total of 4 banks on that upcoming visit, and that's going to put them at $750,000. And Ruth is like, that's fine and cool and well, but I want it all. I want the whole $3 million. So we're gonna keep taking this money out, letting him think it's for him, but we're gonna get all this money. And so that's fine, but don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. That's the only advice. Don't get greedy, Ruth. That's normally how you get taken down. You get too greedy. So she asked Joan about talent. She's like, well, did you know? And she tells her, what Marva said about her. And Joan confirms, like, yeah, I saw it online. So at this point, everybody pretty much knows except Ruth. She went to someone's house in D.C. who I presume to be her parents' house, Tally's parents' house. And I missed the message there. I might have blinked for too many times. But it was something about the daughter that was left behind at the camp. And her being there, and she took the gun and she killed herself. And Joan tells her, I know that's your friend, but let's hold it together. Keep it together. I know that's your homegirl, but keep these emotions at bay because you don't want to be associated with her. The block is hot. And Ruth tells her, like, you know what? But she's still trying to fight back to them. She's like, bitch, get out, because mind your business. Get out. So Jonah got the boot. All right, so Andrew comes in to Lynn and Brian, and the medicine that he stole or got from the lunch trailer from Marva. He tells him, take this. This is going to be for pain. And Brian's like, I'm not taking that shit. Lynn took it because obviously she's a fiend. She's going to take whatever. And Brian tells him, like, listen, you got to get me out of here. The gig is up. Like, if you don't help me, I'm going to tell. Like, at this point, I can't take no more. They're going to hit and cut out 3 of my fingers. He's trying to make me kill my wife. Like, you got to figure some shit out. And Andrew's like, y'all got to just hold on a little bit longer. I'm going to get y'all out of here. I got to find a phone. I'm working hard as I can. Like, I'm trying to keep the pressure off y'all, but just hanging there with me. And I understand what Andrew's trying to say, but I also understand Brian a little bit more because, bitch, you have all of 10 of your fingers at this point. So while you're working on that plan, I'm losing a finger with every new encounter. Hurry up. So, Andrew's like, I can't stay. Like, I got to get out of here. And this is because Lynn is over here still screaming for no damn reason. Screaming, get me out of here. Let me out of here. I'm going to tell who you are. Blah, 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 blah. And so, Lynn is screaming and Andrew's like, hush. And he's like, then she's like, no, Andrew's in here. Andrew's in here. Y'all come help us. Come help us. Come help us. And he kicks her in the face and knocks her clean the fuck out. Knocks her out. Now she sleep again as she wished. Now you're going to go back to dreaming because hush. He trying to help you, Brian trying to help you, and you still making it difficult. Shut your mouth and hush. So now everybody want to switch up on Andrew. Andrew's like, listen, I got to get out of here. And if he knows what I know, he need to find a way to get up off the camp permanently. Like, he need to get out of there. And if he knew that Daikon was coming for him, he would know. Like, the fact the elder mother told him, like, why can't you go to the store? Should be like, okay, well, why did Daikon say I can't go? Like, I'm a trusted soldier. What's the problem? And Daikon is currently looking for you. So if you run into Manny before you run into Daikon, that should be your second clue. Like, oh shit, Daikon is still looking for me. All these FBI cop type people in here done got in here. We got all these people hostage. He could very easily put 2 + 2 + 2 together. And that's my ass, Mr. Postman. So if I was Andrew, I would get the fuck out of Dodge. Maybe recruit Oliver because, he might be able to help you escape. He's ex-army or whatever his military affiliation is, and get out because it's too late. Like, you're going to die. If Daikon catches up with you, that's it. So, yeah. All right. So that is season 3, episode 9. Shit's starting to pick up. It's starting to go fast. It's starting to go real fast. I'm putting my videos up a little earlier. I ain't gonna say it on time because I ain't got no timeline. But, yeah. So this episode was action-packed. It didn't end off with a major cliffhanger like the last episode, but we're getting somewhere with this. We're getting somewhere. As I predicted last week, River was gonna come to the rescue for Zane. I don't feel like he did enough. He probably should have assassinated Manny, in my opinion. But that's just me. All right, so like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever it is that you feel like doing. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.